We are never stale or stagnant if what recharges us today is the basis for a reinvention tomorrow.
Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in.
Are you struggling to be fully present and appreciate the little moments in life? In this next episode of the Midlife Reinvention podcast, I explore why practicing gratitude, living in the moment, and appreciating the small things are key to reinventing your life and career. You'll hear personal insights on how taking time to recharge, reflect, and connect with loved ones can inspire you to move forward with purpose. In this episode, you will gain a deeper understanding of how daily gratitude and appreciation fuel personal reinvention, learn practical tips for creating mini recharge moments each day, and discover how enjoying the present can bring clarity to your next steps in life. So press play now and learn how gratitude and appreciation are keys to reinventing your career and life. And don't forget to stay till the end for a special offer only available for one more week. Welcome, my friends, to another episode of the Midlife Reinvention podcast. As summer is almost coming to a close, I had the wonderful opportunity this past week to spend a week with my entire extended family, and it was amazing. We were at two beautiful lakeside cottages in Northern Ontario here in Canada. If you've never been to this part of the world, it's the most scenic and peaceful and beautiful place you could ever imagine, and I'd highly recommend it. So this podcast episode today is about why gratitude, appreciation, and really living in the present moment is really the key in the process of reinventing your career and life. So when we first arrived at the cottage, I felt a little anxious because I had been working on different strategies for my business. And I felt like, oh boy, taking a week off may really slow the implementation of these strategies or slow the momentum. So when we gathered together, my mind was not fully present because I was worried about my work. The only result of this, however, was me not enjoying myself as much as I could have and me putting undue stress on myself as well. But then I caught myself doing that. And I'm sure you might have done this before too when you're on vacation in the first few days. But then I just looked around me and I realized something that really hit me profoundly. What I realized is that we are reinventing ourselves every day and in every moment. Everything we do, everyone we meet, and all that we are made up of these little moments. A conversation can change your perspective. Laughter can just make you feel so much better. Just breathing fresh air and listening to the sounds of the loon on the water can refresh you like you've never been refreshed before. And we often just either take these things for granted or don't really appreciate how truly remarkable they are and how they make us who we are. I'll give you an example. We have been going on this week-long cottage trip every summer, going on for over 20 years. This is from when our kids were very, very young. My sisters and I developed this ritual, and because of that, our bonds have grown deeply, with my children and my nieces and nephews so very close. brothers and sisters who would do anything for one another. This year, it has grown to children, grandchildren, fiancés, girlfriends, boyfriends. Now there is a 90-year gap between my father and my youngest grandniece, who is 1 year old. Can you imagine that? As I reflected on this, it hit me with a profound realization that each of these people, each moment, in one way or another, has shaped my life. When I stopped to appreciate this, I realized that this is why I am continually recharged. The love of my family, the people around me, and the beauty of nature motivates me to continually want to reinvent myself and move forward because I always want to fully appreciate the beauty of my life and my relationships. Reinvention does not occur unless we first appreciate our present moment. It creates positive momentum and movement in our lives. So we are never stale or stagnant if what recharges us today is the basis for a reinvention tomorrow. I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again here. Reinvention does not mean giving up everything and starting over. It is about taking the bits and pieces of your life now, which you appreciate and which you are grateful for, and building upon that. Every moment is an opportunity to relish in it. So why don't we? Why instead do we complain? It is easy to complain, but what good is that really going to do in our lives? I experienced the most beautiful sunrises, doing yoga each morning with my 91-year-old father, cooking and eating the most savory foods together with my mother, the Christmas of a cold Pinot Grigio by the dock, the laughter of our grandniece and grandnephew as they played in the sand, the bonfires under the moonlight. And I thought to myself, how fortunate am I? The worry of not working for a week melted away, and instead, this newfound perspective made me more excited, more creative, and more refreshed than ever, ready to take on all this exciting fall has to offer with a renewed sense of purpose. Something else I realized too, and I've talked about this quite often. Yes, it is important to recharge when we go on vacations like this, but how do you recharge daily? If you even take a few moments each day to reflect, appreciate all that you have, spend time breathing and in nature, you will see how recharged you will feel. It's like a mini cottage vacation every morning. I used to be a bit skeptical about this morning routine that I often heard others espouse about until I tried it. I started slow, first by just taking my dog for a walk. Then I added some meditation and then a 15-minute movement routine. Then I started journaling. Now, if for some reason I can't do it this routine in the morning, I notice how I'm not so centered and often very irritated, sometimes for the whole day. So one of the keys to reinvention, my friend, is to get in touch with who you really are. All of these things I mentioned help you do that. Sit for a moment and ask yourself, what do I appreciate most about my life? Can I bring more of that into today? What makes me happy when I do it? Can I add more of that into my life? Who do I love to spend time with? Shall I call that person up today? What do I do that makes the time go by so quickly? Why don't I spend more time doing that? So, what are you looking forward to this fall? What parts of you do you want to reinvent? Are you looking to change your career or start a new business? Are you looking to travel or to focus on your health or a new relationship? Often we think the way to start is to go externally and seek the answers from outside. But I'm here to tell you that if you don't ask yourself first, what do I really want? The answers will be very hard to come by. I'm not saying don't immerse yourself in society or ask other people's opinions, but if you start first with present moment appreciation and awareness, the answers will flow to you so much easier. The key is to really doing these things successfully is to take a break and let yourself be. Immerse yourself in all the goodness around you. If you find it difficult to find goodness, just look around. Can you see it in nature or in the smile of a little child? It's really not too hard to find even just a little goodness in every day. I'd love to hear from you. What do you really appreciate in your life? Right here, right now. Write those things down and reflect on them every day. We may say we don't deserve the good things in our life, but we do. Every single moment, we deserve the happiness and the joy that is this life. Relish it, cherish it, because it's yours, and you deserve every moment of it. Again, what are you most appreciative of? What does it feel like when you think of that thing? When you feel stress or anxiety over something, your work or your career or your relationships or your health, think of that feeling and try to bring that into today. It will change your entire outlook on life, I promise. So that's it. That's my short message for today. I hope it helped clear away some of the guilt you may be feeling if today you don't feel like working or you just want to be. In fact, this day may be the most productive of all because you will learn how to tap into your inner being. When I started my own journey of reinventing myself, and yes, I did reinvent my career, but in the process, I also changed who I was fundamentally. I became more grounded, more passionate about things, more appreciative of my life, and generally just happier and more fulfilled. I really want that for you too. That is why I teach what I teach and I share what I share every single week. If you're going through something where you're not quite sure of your next steps, that is perfectly natural. You may be scared to take your next steps, unsure of where to start, or worried about the judgment of others. Take it from me, I felt all those things. That's exactly why I put all my learnings into a course which I am offering for you. It is an online program which starts with rediscovering yourself, just like what I talked about today, but in great detail. You will be given tools and exercises, and I will share my journey through videos and examples. Then we go through your vision for yourself. What do you really see for yourself in your future? Then we go through obstacles in your way. What is stopping you from achieving your vision for yourself? Then we go through how to build your confidence to achieve this vision for yourself. There are many resources out there, but I strongly believe that this course will help you get unstuck from a career you may not be fulfilled in or a life situation that is causing you to pause and ask, what's next? I want to be able to give this to you with the least barriers I can. So until September 1st only, I am giving you this course at 50% off the regular rate. So for only $249, you can access all my learnings in one comprehensive place. And you can work at your own pace. If, however, you prefer more one-on-one guidance, of course, my coaching program is available to you where I personally guide you through my program, which is called It's My Time Now. All you have to do is reach out to me and let's have a real and raw conversation. You can reach out to me at Kavita at itsmytimenowcoaching.com. That's Kavita at itsmytimenowcoaching.com. I named my program It's My Time Now because it is your time to be, do, and have what you want. It all starts with rediscovering who you are. Reinvention, again, does not mean you have to give up everything and start over. It's about taking the little bits and pieces of your life that you love and putting them together in a future that excites you and makes you happy. Sounds simple, right? Thanks for listening. And remember, if any of this piqued your interest even a bit and you're curious, reach out to me and I can help you find the solution that is best for you. Whether that is independent learning or working with me directly. I'm also still gauging interest in group coaching if being with a small group of like-minded people also interests you. But I need to hear from you. What do you prefer? I hope you enjoyed this today, and with all my love and reminders to live and appreciate this moment. I will see you next week.